Hello students, today we are going to see the Poynting vector and the Poynting theorem. So before that, these Poynting vector and Poynting theorems are related to your electromagnetic fields. So what do you mean by electromagnetic wave? A wave which carries some energy which is associated with electric field and the magnetic field. So let us see some introduction. So when an electromagnetic wave travels in a space, it carries some energy. That energy is always associated with electric field and the magnetic field, as we know that. So let us define the Poynting vector. What a Poynting vector tells? A Poynting vector tells the rate of energy traveled through per unit area in perpendicular direction to the incident energy per unit time is called as Poynting vector. So Poynting vector is nothing but it is the rate of energy traveled. So it is a energy transfer. It is indicated with it tells about the rate of energy transferred through a unit area which is perpendicular to the direction of your incident energy. This Poynting vector always deals with the rate of energy transfer. This Poynting vector is indicated with P. So P is a Poynting vector which is equal to E cross H. Poynting vector is mathematically indicated with E cross H. This can be written as E cross B by mu. E cross B by mu. Where H is nothing but where B is equal to mu into H. From this H is equal to B by mu. So this is a mathematical representation of your Poynting vector. P is equal to E cross H. This Poynting vector, this is a vector, so it should have some magnitude and some direction. So the direction of this Poynting vector is always perpendicular to the plane where E and H will exist. So always it is perpendicular to the E and H plane. So the Poynting vector is always perpendicular to the E and H. So Poynting vector deals with the energy transfer. So it is the energy transfer per unit area. The units of this Poynting vector is watts per meter square. Watts per meter square. The direction of Poynting vector is perpendicular to the plane containing E and H. The Poynting vector is also called as instantaneous energy flux density. This Poynting vector is also called as instantaneous energy flux density. Instantaneous energy flux density. This is one more name for your Poynting vector. Instantaneous energy flux density. Here the rate of energy transfer P is perpendicular to E and H. Since it represents the rate of energy transfer per unit area, its unit is watt per meter square. This is about your Poynting vector. Let us see for Poynting theorem. The Poynting theorem deals with the power transfer out of a value. So the net power flowing out of a given volume V is equal to the time rate of decrease of stored electromagnetic energy in that volume and decreased by the conduction losses. So it is a kind of equation wise, the total energy leaving the volume is equal to rate of decrease of stored electromagnetic energy minus ohmic power distribution. So this is the Poynting theorem. So to derive the Poynting theorem, so we have to take the help of Maxwell's equation. So as we have discussed Maxwell's equation for your time varying fields, del dot E is equal to, that is we have discussed totally 8 Maxwell's equation, 4 for your static fields and 4 for your time varying fields. We are going to consider time varying field Maxwell's equation, that is del dot D is equal to rho V, del dot B is equal to 0. So whatever the PDF I have provided for this Poynting theorem and Poynting vector, so in that PDF there is some mistake, that is del dot D is equal to 0 it is given, but it actually is del dot D is equal to rho V, del dot B is equal to 0 and del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou T and del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. So these equations we are going to use for deriving the Poynting theorem. So the energy density carried by electromagnetic wave can be calculated by Maxwell's equations, which are given here. So let us consider the divergence of del cross E. Let us consider this is the equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 4. Let us deal with 3 and 4. Let us consider the divergence of this equation number 3. So let us consider H dot, H, that is of divergence del cross E. This H dot del cross E can be written as del cross E is equal to minus dou B by dou T. So which becomes minus H into dou B by dou T. Minus H into dou B by dou T. Let us write this is the equation number 5. Similarly, let us take E dot del cross H. E dot del cross H. What is del cross H? J. So finally it becomes E dot J plus E dot dou D by dou T. So E dot J, E dot dou D by dou T. So this is your equation number 6. Let us do 5 minus 6. So in the PDF they have given 6 minus 5. Just make it as a 5 minus 6. So 5 minus 6, if I do 5 minus 6, H dot del cross E H dot del cross E minus E dot del cross H, which becomes H dot del cross E is equal to minus, so minus H into dou B by dou T, and minus of minus E dot J and minus E dot dou D by dou T. Let us write this differential component at one side. So by writing at one side, we'll get minus of H into dou B by dou T plus E into dou D by dou T minus E dot J. As the divergence of, that is del cross A cross B, del cross A cross B is equal to B into, that is of B dot del cross A minus A dot del cross B. So from this, if I consider del dot E cross H, del dot E cross H becomes H into del cross E minus E dot del cross H. Already we have done this one. H dot del cross E, E dot del cross H. So what is H dot del cross E minus E cross del cross H is equal to? So this is your equation. That is of 5 minus 6. So in this place we can write minus of this total equation can be minus of H dou B by dou T plus E into dou D by dou t minus E dot j. So it means that simply we have considered the divergence of pointing vector. This E cross H is nothing but your pointing vector. The divergence of pointing vector is equal to H dot del cross E minus E dot del cross H. So already we know that from the Maxwell's equation del cross E is equal to, already we have diverged with respect to your magnetic field, and E dot del cross H is equal to, this is the equation finally we got, minus H into dou B by dou t plus E into dou D by dou t minus E dot j. But mu is B is equal to mu into H and D is equal to epsilon into capital E. Let us substitute in a place of B mu into H, in a place of D epsilon into capital E. By substituting that, del cross, that is del dot E cross H, del dot E cross H becomes minus of, that is H into dou B by dou t, H into dou B by dou t minus of H into dou B by dou t is equal to dou into mu into H by dou t plus E into dou epsilon into capital E by dou t. In a place of B, here we have substituted minus E dot j. H dot, that is of H dou mu into H by dou t. So this can be written as H dou by dou t of mu into H. This can be written as half of mu into dou by dou t of H square. How you are going to get this one? Let us see. Dou by dou t of H square is equal to 2H. So here you will get half into 2 H into mu into dou H by dou t. So dou by dou t of H square is equal to, the differentiation of H square is equal to 2 into H. So 2H mu into dou H by dou t. If I cancel this 2 and 2, finally you are going to get your H into mu into, or you can write mu outside also, mu into dou H by dou t. So if you consider this one, H mu dou H by dou t, H mu dou H by dou t. So by considering this one, half into mu into dou H by dou t, you got finally this one only. So in a place of H dot dou by dou t of mu into H, we can write half into mu into dou by dou t of H square. Similarly, E dot dou by dou t of epsilon into capital E, this can be written as half into epsilon into dou by dou t of E square. So let us consider these two. In a place of H into mu dou by dou t of mu into H, just write H into half into mu into dou by dou t of H square. In a place of E dou epsilon E by dou t is equal to, just write half into epsilon into dou E by dou E square by dou t square. So by writing that, so here you will get the divergence of del cross del dot E cross H is equal to minus dou by dou t, if I write separately, half into epsilon into dou by dou t of H square or E square so dou by dou t of, so what we got here, dou by dou t of E square. So fine, this can be written as, if I write epsilon inside, half into dou by dou t of epsilon into capital E, epsilon into capital E dot capital E. So this epsilon into capital E can be written as D. So D dot E or E dot D. So similarly this can also be written as mu dot H is equal to, this can be written as, so half into dou by dou T of, this can be written as half into, so if I take mu of inside dou by dou T of, so mu H dot H, this mu H can be written as B. So finally here we can write half into mu into dou by dou T of H square can be written as half into dou by dou T of H dot B. Similarly, half into epsilon into dou by dou T of E square can be written as half into dou by dou T of E dot D. So by considering this, we can write del E cross H. E cross H can be written as minus dou by dou T of half into H dot B plus E dot D minus E dot J. So if I write this E dot J on the LHS part, E dot J is equal to minus dou by dou T of half into H dot B plus E dot D minus of the divergence of E cross H. Let us take the volume integration to the above equation. Then if I take the volume integration of E dot J into dV is equal to minus the volume integration of d by dt of half into H dot B plus E dot D minus the volume integration of the divergence of E cross H into dV. But this volume integration of divergence of E cross H into dV can be written as the surface integration of E cross H into ds. So if I write in the place of this one, so finally here you are going to get the volume integration of E dot J into dV equal to the volume integration of dou by dou T of half into H dot B plus E dot D minus the surface integration of E cross H into ds. Just wait a while. Let us conclude this one. So finally we got here E cross H is equal. Let us take that E cross H, which is on the right side to the LHS part. So finally here we can write the surface integration of E cross H ds is equal to the volume integration of dou by dou t into, here you are going to consider one more letter, that is u suffix em into dv minus the volume integration of E dot j into dv, where this E cross H is nothing but, so according to the pointing vector, P is equal to E cross H. So in a place of this one we can write P dot ds, which is equal to minus the volume integration of dou by dou t u em dv minus the volume integration of E dot j into dv. So this is your the power which is coming out from the volume, which indicate, this is indicated by the power which is coming out from the volume is indicated by this letter, and the decrease in the electromagnetic strength or electromagnetic energy is indicated by this one. This is indicated with your ohmic losses. The ohmic losses are indicated with E dot j. So this is your pointing theorem, where d by dt of u suffix em into dv is nothing but, this is half into h dot b, which is nothing but we have replaced this d by dt of um. This um is nothing but, half into h dot b plus E dot d, which is nothing but half into mu into h square plus half into e square. So this is your pointing theorem. So just practice this pointing theorem by seeing the PDF which I have provided. You will get a clear idea. Thank you.